Okay, picture this. You're scrolling through Instagram late at night, half asleep, and suddenly your jaw just drops. Not because of some viral meme or a celebrity drama, but because a volleyball player just casually posted a photo of a brand new luxury SUV like it was nothing. No big deal. Just another Tuesday. And you're sitting there in your bed thinking, wait, volleyball players are out here living like this? That moment right there is exactly what we're diving into today, because the women of Philippine volleyball are not just dominating the court, they are absolutely thriving off of it. And the cars these athletes drive are proof that the grind they've put in for years is finally paying off in the most beautiful, four-wheeled ways possible. So buckle up, because we are about to take a full tour through the garages of some of the biggest names in the PVL, and trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to feel equal parts inspired and completely broke in your soul. Let's get into it. We're starting with someone who, for a long time, was doing the work quietly before the spotlight finally found her. Royce Tubig of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans has been in the volleyball scene long enough to understand patience, and patience, as it turns out, has a price tag of about 2.53 million pesos. That's what she dropped on a brand new black Mitsubishi Montero Sport, and she did not hide it one bit. She posted it proudly on social media, and honestly, why wouldn't she? Think about how long Royce has been grinding in this sport. She wasn't always the household name. She put in the reps, survived the tough seasons, stayed loyal to the process, and then when Choco Mucho finally gave her the platform to shine, she showed everyone exactly what she was made of. That Montero Sport isn't just a car. It's a statement. It's the physical, tangible result of years of early morning practices, sore muscles, mental battles, and choosing volleyball over and over again, even when nobody was watching. And now everyone is watching. The Montero Sport is a premium machine, by the way. It's not just a pretty face on the road. It's built for someone who moves with purpose, who needs reliability and power and presence all at once. It's a vehicle that matches the energy Royce brings to the court. Strong, dependable, and impossible to ignore. 2.53 million. Let that sink in for a moment before we move on. Now, if Royce's story is about quiet patience finally rewarded, then the next story is about someone whose journey hit a wall, literally, and then somehow came back stronger. Yelena Dela Cruz of Farm Fresh Foxies is considered one of the top players in the league right now, but the road to get here was anything but smooth. Last year, she suffered a serious injury that pulled her away from the game she loves. And for an athlete, that kind of absence isn't just physical. It messes with your head. It makes you question everything. Are you going to come back the same? Are you going to be as sharp, as fast, as confident? Those are the questions that keep players up at night. But Yelena came back. She fought through the recovery, pushed through the doubt, and returned to the court this year ready to remind everyone exactly who she is. And one of the ways she celebrated her comeback and her hard-earned money? A Toyota Innova, valued somewhere between 1.27 million and 1.83 million pesos. Now, some people might look at that range and think, oh, that's the modest pick compared to others on this list. But here's the thing. The Toyota Innova is one of the most trusted vehicles in the Philippines. Families swear by it. It's practical, it's spacious, it's built to last through anything. Much like Yelena herself. There's something almost poetic about an athlete who just fought back from injury choosing a vehicle known for its durability. It's like she looked at that car and saw herself in it. Built to handle rough roads and still keep moving forward. Yelena's story is one of the most emotionally compelling on this list, and the fact that she's out here rewarding herself after everything she went through makes this moment feel completely earned. Speaking of earning things, let's talk about someone who has been consistently earning her place at the very top of Philippine volleyball for years now. Tots Carlos of Creamline Cool Smashers is one of those players where opposing teams just have to take a deep breath whenever she steps on the court. She is powerful, she is calculated, and she performs when it matters most. So when she recently showed off her latest ride, nobody was surprised that she went premium. We're talking about a Nissan Terra Sports, and according to carmudi.com.ph, that vehicle carries a price tag of 2.2 million pesos. Now, the Nissan Terra is not a car for the faint-hearted. It is a full-on, commanding, road-dominating machine that turns heads just by existing. And that perfectly matches how Tots operates on the volleyball court. She doesn't beg for your attention. She commands it. She walks onto that court, and the energy shifts. The Nissan Terra is exactly the kind of vehicle you'd expect someone like her to drive, because there's a confidence to it, an unapologetic boldness that says I worked for this and I know my worth. Creamline has always been one of the gold standard teams in the PVL, and Tots Carlos is a big reason why. When you carry a team's identity on your shoulders, when you're one of the faces that people tune in to watch, the compensation reflects that, and clearly, Tots has been making the most of every single peso. 2.2 million on a Nissan Terra. What a flex. And then there's the Nikola Tesla of volleyball. No, wait, that's not her nickname. The Iron Wall, no. Actually, she's been called a lot of things, but what we know for sure is that Mika Reyes of PLDT high-speed hitters is one of the most recognizable and admired athletes in the entire sport. Mika carries herself with this quiet grace that makes you pay attention, and when she revealed her latest car, the black Toyota Fortuner, people were fully here for it. The Toyota Fortuner has a standard retail price ranging from 1.8 million up to 2.5 million pesos, and it is arguably one of the most iconic vehicles in the country. The Fortuner doesn't just say, I have money. It says I have taste and I have sense. It's a car that balances luxury with practicality, and for someone like Mika, who is constantly in the public eye, attending events, traveling for games, representing the sport at the highest level, you need something that fits every situation. And the Fortuner does that effortlessly. There's also something worth noting about how Mika carries her success. She doesn't flaunt it aggressively. She shows it with a certain elegance, the same way she plays controlled, composed, but always impactful. When someone that naturally graceful drives a Toyota Fortuner, it somehow makes the car look even better. That's just the Mika Reyes effect. But if Mika made the Fortuner look graceful, wait until you hear about who else went the Toyota Fortuner route and somehow made it feel like a personality trait. Ella DeJesus of Creamline Cool Smashers, nicknamed the Elevator because of her incredible ability to elevate her game when the pressure is highest, chose the Toyota Fortuner with an estimated price of 2.6 million pesos as her vehicle of choice. But what makes this even better is the reason she gave for choosing it. According to Ella, the Toyota Fortuner is the car of the loyals. And honestly, that is so on brand for someone who has been one of Creamline's most dependable players over the years. There's a certain pride in that statement. It's not just about buying a good car. It's about identifying with what the car represents. And Ella DeJesus has always been about loyalty, about showing up, about being the kind of player your team can count on when the chips are down. The Elevator nickname says it all. When things get tough, she goes up. 2.6 million pesos on a Toyota Fortuner, and she's out here philosophizing about it. We love to see it. Now hold on, because we're about to shift gears literally into something that is on a completely different level. When we talk about Ivy Laxina of the Akari Chargers, we are no longer in the territory of practical luxury. We are now in the zone of pure, unapologetic automotive passion. Because Ivy Laxina bought a Honda Civic Type R. Let me repeat that. A Honda Civic Type R, valued at 3.8 million pesos. Now, if you are a car person, you already understand why this is significant. The Honda Civic Type R is not a family car. It is not a get-me-from-point-A to-point B vehicle. It is a performance car. It is built for people who love the drive itself, who feel something when they press the accelerator, who appreciate the engineering that goes into making a car feel alive. The Type R is a road machine with a turbocharged engine, race-inspired interior, and a design that looks like it belongs on a track. And Ivy Laxina, who has spent the last 3 years establishing herself in the PVL as one of the most exciting players to watch, went out and bought one. 3.8 million pesos. That is the most expensive personal car decision we've seen so far on this list, and it tells you everything about who Ivy is as a person. She's not just playing volleyball for a paycheck. She is passionate about life, about experiences, about surrounding herself with things that match her energy. The Honda Civic Type R is not a safe choice. It's a bold one. And Ivy Laxina has never been about playing it safe. From bold choices to business-minded brilliance, our next athlete is proof that some volleyball players aren't just earning, they're building. Rachel Dakis of Farm Fresh Foxies is a name that carries serious weight in Philippine sports. beyond being one of the most dynamic players in the league. Rachel is also known as a businesswoman, someone who thinks beyond the next match and invests in her future with intention. So when Rachel went out and acquired a Toyota Tundra, a vehicle with a jaw-dropping price of 4.5 million pesos, it shouldn't have come as a shock. But it still did. 4.5 million. Let's just sit with that number for a second. The Toyota Tundra is a full-size pickup truck of American origin, and it is an absolute beast of a vehicle. It's the kind of truck that makes other trucks feel a little self-conscious. It's massive, powerful, and commands total respect on the road. And for Rachel Dackes, it's not just a status symbol. It's a reflection of how she approaches everything in her life, with scale, with ambition, and with zero apology. Rachel has built a career and a brand that extends far beyond volleyball courts and sports arenas. She is someone who has figured out how to turn athletic talent into a platform, and that platform has clearly been generous to her. 4.5 million on a Toyota Tundra. That is the biggest single-car purchase on this entire list. Let that sit with you. And then we have someone who didn't just flex one luxury vehicle. She flexed two. In the same story arc, Dina Wong of Choco Mucho is out here running a small personal fleet, and we are absolutely here for it. First, she revealed a Toyota Fortuner in gray metallic, estimated at 2.2 million pesos, which is already impressive on its own. Any other day, that would be the headline. But Dina wasn't done, because she also showed off a dark blue Mini Cooper crossover valued between 3 and 3.5 million pesos. Two cars. Different styles. Different purposes. Different price tags. Both stunning. The Toyota Fortuner represents the practical side of Dina Wong, the reliable workhorse that gets things done. The Mini Cooper crossover represents the stylish, personality-driven side.